Tonight's episode of the 31st Lap Podcast is brought to you by Demico, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, and Ram, serving the Finger Lakes since 1963. And DirtTrackDigest.com. If it's on dirt, it's on Dirt Track Digest.
This is the 31st Lap Podcast, recorded live in the studios of FingerLakes1.com in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now, your hosts, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon, good evening, good day. Welcome to episode number 104 of the 31st Lap. Florida news, Canadian updates, and a chat about the King coming up tonight. All the action in Florida on deck. We appreciate you selecting us for your entertainment for the evening. Upstate Hoops, Upstate Orange going to be following us at 9 o'clock. Hopefully everything's fixed with YouTube by then. They're doing some live maintenance there, so not really sure how long that's going to take. We're flying the old school way right now. Craig Revelle, Finish Line Web Design, is going to be with us for a rain-shortened episode number 104. Mike's down in Florida enjoying the action in person, where Justin Hares earned his first Super Dirt Car Series win last night. It's all available on Dirt Vision. We expect Hares. He should be with us next week, along with Nick Guerreri. He couldn't be on tonight because of a Volusia party that he's hosting right now. John and Rich are home waiting the first green flag in the Daytona Duels qualifiers as we finalize the Daytona 500 field tonight under the lights. We'll see if Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano can't tear up a little more equipment as we get ready to launch the Daytona 500 on Sunday. We got, as I said there, we've got Craig Revelle here on the 31st Lap presented by D'Amico Dodge. Just wanted to make a quick mention to them before, I just took those off. There we go. I was just over at D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep. After 73,000 miles, I needed a new left front hub in my Avenger. I dropped it off. I had a quote within about 5 minutes and had the car back in less than 24 hours. I was lucky enough to get a Dodge Dart to take home. What a nice car. You got to get over there and check those out. In the event we needed to do anything, they let me borrow one of those. It was awesome. The price matched the quote to the penny. Those guys, they are the best. Get over there, say hi to Patrick in the shop, shake hands with Steve Riffle, Mike Godkin, and Michael D'Amico in the showroom. Full service, parts department, repairs, you need it. They can do it. Guaranteed best deal in getting you into a new Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep. Bring in a price quote from any other dealer. They will match it guaranteed. They'll put you into something new or one of their certified used automobiles. Check them out online, D'Amico, ChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Call the shop at 855-261-3035. The store opens daily at 8:30 Monday to Saturday. They're on the west side of Geneva on routes 5 and 20. Some news and notes. The Sprint Car 101 event in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum has been canceled due to the poor weather forecast. The next two Sprint Car 101 programs are going to be 2 o'clock on Sunday, March 2nd in Algona, Iowa, with an afternoon with Jim Eddington, Dick Fordbrook, and Stacey Redmond at 7 o'clock Thursday, March 20th in Knoxville, with an evening with Joe Beaver. So just wanted to make note of that stuff. If anybody's planning on getting out to Iowa or any of our fans out that side of the country, we're planning on going. At least now you know you can save some gas. That's been canceled for the night. Going to bring in Craig Revelle now, owner of Finish Line Web Design. He's got a very busy. He's had a very busy winter as we were talking here, getting ready. Working through some of the technical difficulties that we encountered here, getting 104 off the ground. Craig, welcome to the program, and welcome back to the program. You've been on here a bunch of times.
Yeah, thanks. Nice to be back on here.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Start the show with a dig on Matt Kenseth, though?
What's that?
So you really going to start the show off with a dig on Matt Kenseth, though?
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. Hey, congratulations, by the way. The Canadian women brought home the gold medal in women's ice hockey in an overtime game against the United States.
That was a pretty exciting game. I think Canada's going to have a tough go tomorrow against you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean that could be. I was loving that game today, and then everything just went way wrong in the last 8 minutes. The Canadian women were playing to win, and the American women were playing to not lose. And
yeah.
They really did regroup in overtime. They look good, but boy, it just takes one bad mistake and last goal won.
Yep, they almost had that empty net goal, hit the goalpost, and then that's pretty crazy.
If that goal went in, if that had gone in,
it was over.
Well, yeah, it was sure it was over, but aside of that line judge that was at the blue line that got tangled up with the Canadian defenseman, that guy would have been all sorts of subject to ridicule for interfering with the
so.
play.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and for interfering with the play, which I don't think he meant to do anything. I mean, he just kind of got tangled up, was caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that would have really soured the gold medal for the U.S. It would have made the silver medal real tough to swallow for
sure.
the Canadian team, no question. Not as if the silver medal isn't a hard one to swallow anyway. In any team sport, the silver medal is the only medal that you get that you don't win that. You lose into the silver medal, and it's always a tough one to take.
Exactly.
But looking forward to tomorrow's game. That's it. I believe that's at noon, right?
Yeah, it starts at noon. Yeah.
And that is for the right to go on to play for the gold. So winner gets a shot at the gold and silver.
Yeah.
Championship round, so best of luck to your country.
Winner of that game will play the winner of Sweden Finland.
Right, and you like the Swedes or you like Finland?
Kind of either one. It doesn't really matter to me.
as long as Canada's there, you're good.
Yeah, that's right. I like the U.S. team as well, though. I mean, I'm a big Leafs fan, and they got Kessel and Van Riemsdyk, so I mean, I'm happy if they win as well. I mean, I'm good with either one.
Sure. I mean, you can't argue. I'm just looking forward to a good game. It's going to be a good time.
Me too.
So how busy has your winter been? I'm sure you haven't just been spending the last 2 weeks sitting around watching hockey on the Olympics.
No, for sure. It's been busy all winter long. Actually, right from the Parts Weather show in November, right up here till now, it's been really good.
How many new clients have you picked up? You want to give us that number?
I'm not sure I have the exact number off the top of my head, but I know that we've done the Brett Dale site and the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park site. There's been a couple other track sites that we did there towards the end of last year, like Brewer and Fulton. We got several other driver sites and some small business sites too that we picked up just since November. And
you got those new T-shirts that were just released, Billy Dunn shirts.
Yep, we do the T-shirts as well. I'm a dealer for Arizona Sports Shirts, and we just released the Billy Dunn shirts, which are now available through Number One Speed if anybody wants to call and order them.
And freeing you up, you've got some help over there with Mike Adderley helping you a lot with the graphic design stuff to let you do the other things that you do. Tell us a little bit about. I mean, for those that know you, they already know, but there's got to be some new people out there that are just hearing about Craig Revelle and Finish Line Web Design for the first time.
If you want to learn more about us, you can always check us out on our website, finishlinewebdesign.ca.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What really impresses me about what Craig does is not only does he do graphic design, not only does he do website stuff, but every one of the drivers that's in his stable gets an updated press release on a weekly basis. So he basically writes about 200 inches of copy every week when you factor it all together. And it's really impressive the amount of information that comes out of the Finish Line Web Design stable. And all the drivers are always constantly getting updates. And if you want to know anything about the drivers, just go to their website. They're constantly being updated, and statistics are being tracked. And how much time do you actually invest just keying away on a word processor or a computer document like that?
Right now, it's not so bad. They're just doing the writing, but during the season, I mean, we got 31 different drivers that we do websites for. So I mean, during the summertime, as you can imagine, I mean, the better part of Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are just doing the writing.
And we always hope that Craig is busy into Wednesday, because that means that his entire stable had good weekends.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's been generating the most traffic? I mean, you got to watch some of those statistics. Who's been getting the most traffic through the course of this off season?
Right now, it's the racetrack websites that are getting the most. Like on Brewer and Fulton get a couple hundred hits a day at least. The K&M's Motorsports Park website, they get a lot of hits. As far as the driver sites, I mean, they're pretty quiet this time of the year. Mm-hmm. But during the season, Chris Raby, he gets a lot of hits on his website.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, everything that's going on with the Fulton Brewerton dynamic as all that stuff here in Central New York continues to unfold. I imagine that one's going to be picking up a little bit more business. And in terms of drivers that are in our local area, you had Gary Tompkins at one point. You're still with him.
Yep. Still do Gary's site. We're going to revamp it here next month.
What's Gary been up to?
Not too much. He said he purchased a new car. He'll be picking it up, and they'll be rebuilding it and getting ready for the opener at Canandaigua.
We're looking forward to that. On the topic of Canandaigua, we had
I'm sure he'll be doing the Super Series too. He has the last few years, so I haven't talked to him too awful much of it, but I assume that's what he'll be doing.
On the topic of Canandaigua, Justin Harris picks up his first ever Super Dirt Car Series victory in the 30-lapper at Volusia Speedway Park, part of the Dirt Car Nationals.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Presented by Summit Racing Equipment, 43rd Annual Dirt Car Nationals at Volusia Speedway. It was a 30-lap nail-biter, as they described it. Peter Britton passed him on lap 9, and Justin was able to get back past him on lap 12. From there, he had to hold off Anthony Perego. Billy Pouch ended up running third. Matt Shepard came from about mid-pack to finish fourth in the final order in the new HBR ride. Dale Plank, Stu Friesen, Peter Britton, Brett Hearn, Jimmy Phelps, Jamie Mills rounding out the top 10. In hot laps the night before, Shepard was quickest in the debut of his new HBR ride, so there's some bad news for everybody else. He's already feeling that one pretty well, and Perego was atop the list on time early on, and that was his first time out in the big block. You been following all the stuff going on Dirt Vision?
Oh, yeah, I was listening to their audio broadcast there last night.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing some good reviews.
Cool. I mean, that Anthony Perego, I mean, I never really heard much of him until last year when he won the Gobbler. But, yeah, that's pretty exciting for him.
Yeah, and he's looking really good. Brett Hearn's looking good. He was real fast. He was right there in the top 5 during hot laps. And what a great win for Justin Harris to go down there. And basically, these are go-for-broke races. There's no, there's the mini tour. You get to say that you won the Florida swing along those lines in terms of keeping track of points and things like that. But in terms of the Super Dirt Cars,
even our Canadians had a couple of good runs there last night. Tim Kerr from Picton, which is pretty close by to here. He had a decent run, finishing 13th for him, and Mario Claire, he had a really strong run going until he lost a motor.
That's hard right there, to go that far away from home and have a motor come apart. That's a bad day. That early in the week, no less. I mean, they're a class act. I'm sure they've got enough equipment and stuff ready to go so that they can still participate. But
yeah, for sure, they got another motor in there now.
But I mean, still, that sets you off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, for sure.
Stu Friesen, he ran pretty well. He was solid top 10.
Yep.
But we figured that out of Stu. He runs pretty well.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter what the track is. He's going to be a contender for sure.
Scott Bloomquist, speaking of the track conditions, it was a slower surface that they were racing on. The late model portion of the event, Scott Bloomquist picked up the win in the final dirt car late model portion of the 43rd annual Dirt Car Nationals ridden by Summit Racing Equipment. Bloomquist got past Billy Moyer for the lead on lap 20 and never looked back. It was a caution-free event, and he went flag to flag, picked up $10,000 with his 9th career win during the Dirt Car Nationals. Tim McCready was 8th, Vic Coffey 12th, Tim Fuller, Chubb Frank were on the outside looking in, placing 5th and 6th in the second B main. Heat winners Rick Eckert, Billy Moyer, Bloomquist and Lanigan, the B mains, Jared Landers and Vic Coffey picked those up. They're going to continue tonight with a 50-lap Rule of Outlaws A main tonight, and then they're on the track again through Saturday, and then the 30th lap feature for the Super Dirt Car Series Modifieds, which you can catch all that stuff on Dirt Vision. And I'm hearing great reviews from the Dirt Vision stuff. I mean, everybody's just basically loving that.
Yeah, it worked great last night for the audio. I didn't get the video yet, and I'll probably do that tomorrow and Saturday. But
don't have a choice now. You got to do it. You're hooked.
Yeah, that's right.
We were talking a little bit about doing some of the traveling and things along those lines. You want to get down to Charlotte. You couldn't make it to Florida. When you going to go, man? You got to get down there. Mike's down there now, and you can
next year I'll be down there.
Yeah.
It's tough when you want to be down there, and everybody in the racing community down there, you see the Facebook posts and that, and I got to get down there.
I've only been down there a couple times, but it's awesome, and that track is big and it's fast. And that third and fourth turn, when they go whipping in there, sometimes, man, it looks like they're just going to flip right over backwards and cartwheel out of the track.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
And you're talking this year, though, you are going to make it down to the World Finals at Lowe's?
And that's the plan right now, is I'll make it down there in November for sure.
That's great. Now, in working with Brett Deo and everything, how much time are you actually going to spend in New York? Are we going to see it all in this area?
Oh, yeah, I'll either be at Mohawk or Can-Am on Friday night, so I'll be down there for that. And
okay.
I'd like to get down to some of his events, some of Brett's events. I'm hoping to go to the Hard Clay Open there in Orange County next month. So
cool. That'd be great. Get down here and get down here, stay in town next year, and get down here early the week of the race. Get down here early, come here Thursday, and hang out in the studio with us.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping to get to Canandaigua for their opener as well.
Yeah.
They open on the 12th.
Right.
Hoping to do that as well.
That'd be cool. Well, we look forward to catching up with you down there. I mean, I'm hoping to see you at some point. I don't think we've actually seen you since last time we were at one of the Gator shows.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I didn't see you at Paris Peddler in November, so yeah, it probably been last year at the Gator show.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the chance to go to Lowe's? I can't remember now. Have you been to Lowe's before?
Yeah, I was there.
It's Charlotte. It's not Lowe's anymore.
2010, I believe it was.
Yeah. I mean, the World Finals, it's such a show with the sprint cars, late models, and the modifieds ending their season all on the same weekend with multiple races through the course of the 3-day weekend. It's pretty awesome. And
yeah, it is awesome, and they do it right there. I mean, it's such a big event.
They named it right, World Finals. It pretty much summed it up, and it's been great the last 2 years. I mean, Matt Shepard was able to steal a title, and a couple years back, and then Brett went in pretty good shape this year to wrap up I think it was his 8th career tour championship, and good for him. And I'm looking forward to more excitement this year, but we got a lot of racing to do before we even worry about getting in November.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, tell me a little bit more about this picture that's on your Facebook page. If you haven't gone and found Craig Revelle yet on Facebook, Craig Revelle, track him down, his personal page, not the finish line page, and you'll notice that there's Craig standing next to Richard Petty. And that
was pretty cool. Yep.
Tell us about that.
On February 8th or 9th, we went to the Canadian Motorsports Expo in Toronto. They do that every year, and they get in some pretty high-profile drivers, and this year they happened to get in Richard Petty, which is very cool. So he was just getting ready to leave the expo and head back to the airport there, and I just caught him before he got back in the truck to get his ride over to the airport, and was able to get a picture. It was really cool. He's a really nice guy.
Did you get the chance to talk with him at all?
Not really. Just a quick hi and can I get a picture, and that was it.
Yeah, and just like always, he's been pretty accommodating, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what's your thought on what he said about? I mean, there's some brewing controversy between Richard Petty, Danica Patrick, and Tony Stewart's team. What's your take on all that?
I know a lot of people don't like what he said and that, but he pretty much hit the nail right on the head, really.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I know a lot of people stand up for Danica and they want to see her do well, but I kind of have the same feeling that Richard has on that.
And have you seen anything that Tony Stewart's been? I don't know what the right thing to say is. He's been quiet about this. He hasn't really gone out on a limb to say anything back to Richard Petty, but
he did last night.
That's where I was going with that. Is he finally did come out with a little bit of a public statement and basically told when Danica wins, she should hand the checkered flag to Richard Petty, and he can insert it wherever.
Yeah, I think Richard's safe. Yeah.
And so that Tony defending his driver, or is Tony speaking as a racer?
He's just defending his driver. I mean, if Danica wasn't one of his drivers, I mean, I'm sure they'd have a confrontation this year, and he would be saying a whole lot of stuff that's a lot worse than what Richard said.
Sure. I like it. It's very true. So, as busy as your season is there anything that you're looking forward to doing as the season evolves? I mean, we still got. I can't believe that we've still got this much off season and this much racing still ahead of us, both before we get into the regular season, between the indoor shows and what's going on in Florida, where we're only a stone throw away from really kicking things off at the weekly tracks. What are you looking forward to this season?
One thing I'm looking forward to right away is that race at Mohawk Raceway there, the one that Shane Snace is putting on. That's the Atomic Spring Clash. I mean, him and Dean Reynolds from the Empire Super Sprints have already put together a pretty exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to that to get the season started. And then, of course, there's the regular races there. Like the big about 200 that we see every year.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to that one too at Fulton. That's one of my favorite events.
Yep.
And of course, Super Dirt Week. I mean, everybody loves that stuff.
Who doesn't love Super Dirt Week?
Yep.
I've been told that I always have a great time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Hit us up with...
For Super Dirt Week, I mean, I never really cared much for it as a fan, or we hardly ever went at all, just as a fan, but being behind the scenes and seeing some of the stuff that goes on in the pits and in the media center and stuff like that, I enjoy that part of it.
And also with the Silver Crown cars coming back to Syracuse this year.
Well, that's going to be really exciting.
How long before Stu Friesen finds one of those to drive?
I hope he gets a ride for Dirt Week. That could be a lot of fun.
It'll be exciting. I would love to see it because, I mean, he can get in and drive pretty much anything. I would love to see him try his hand at it. It'd be a fun one.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody else that you want to make mention of? I mean, I know I don't want to keep you too long. I know the duels are pretty much underway at this point in Daytona, and you've got your Dirt Vision stuff that you want to go catch up with. And I appreciate you hanging with us through the technical difficulties that we had getting started. But is there anybody else that you want to mention here before?
I think I'm good right now. Just I want to invite anyone to check out my website. We just launched it right after the new year. So check it out. And there's examples here of different websites that we've done and a little bit of information on how we got started and what all we do. So just go on there and check it out.
Best stuff ever. That's finishlinewebdesign.ca.
Yep, that's right.
There you go. Get on there and check it out. Craig, man, go enjoy some racing. We're gonna put a fork in this one. That's gonna do it for us. Again, it was a rain shortened edition. I know there's a lot of racing options that you guys have out there, so we don't want to keep you from that. We appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us a little bit on the 31st lap. We're gonna be back here again next week. We should have Nick Guerrieri, who he's got a Volusia party going on right now, and Justin Harris should be on the show as well if everything goes according to plan. Once again, dude, thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
You got it, man. Thank you. And there goes Craig Revelle. Once again, just want to make a quick mention of all the folks over there. I was over at D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep this week, and we had to have some work done on my Avenger. Front end ended up falling out of the left front side. 73,000 miles worth of travel on it. I guess the hub gave up the ghost. I dropped it off. I had a quote within 5 minutes. I had the car back in less than 24 hours. I got to borrow a car, so if we needed to do anything around the house, we were able to pull it off. And the price matched the quote. Those guys are the best. Get over there, say hi to Patrick in the shop, shake hands with Steve Riffle, Mike Godkin, Mike D'Amico in the showroom, full service parts department, all the repairs that you need done. Guaranteed best deal, and getting you to a new Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep. Bringing a price quote from any other dealer. Those guys are going to match it over there, guaranteed, whether they're going into a certified used machine or into a brand new one. Online, www.D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep, or call the shop at 855-261-3035. The store opens daily at 8:30, Monday to Saturday. Get online, check out Dirt Vision, check out what's going on over at the Volusia Speedway during the Dirt Car Nationals. We're going to be back here next week. Thanks for joining us here. That's going to do it for us here on the 31st lap. Episode number 104, rain shortened, but it's in the books. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.